Good day and welcome to Phakhaaathi TV. My name is Tshepo Ntsoelengoe. I'm your host for today's show, standing in for Dubani. And as usual, I'm not alone in the studio. I have Thembinkosi Sekgaphane and my brother Ade. Welcome, gentlemen. It's the big one tonight, the CAF AFCON 2019 final between Senegal and Algeria. I must say, from my own opinion, that they really surprised me looking at the way, expectations coming in from Egypt, that Egypt as the host country will make it to the final. But Algeria and Senegal pulled through and made it to the final, coming from the same group in Group C. Gentlemen, let me start with TK. TK, how did you see the tournament, and did you really expect Senegal and Algeria to make it to the final?
Tshepo, Algeria, yes, I'm surprised that they're in the final a little bit, but with Senegal, I always expected that they would go far. I was expecting money, from after winning with Liverpool the UEFA Champions League, to obviously keep that momentum going in the AFCON. And I think also we expected Egypt not just as the host nation, but with Salah, to inspire them to go far in the tournament. So Algeria, a little bit surprised by them being in the final, but they've proven from the group stages that they have a quality side, and you could tell with all the games that they've played so far, and even with the group stage game that they played even against Senegal, and how they played and winning that match. So they did very well for themselves, I think, to be in the final.
Adi, you heard what TK said. Your thoughts about the tournament and the finalists?
Yes, I must say this has been a very interesting AFCON tournament, and surprises everywhere. And I was also surprised by myself that my country, Nigeria, could not made it to the final after we were dropped last minute by the last goal from Algeria. And I would not even expect a two teams from the same group and that have lost to one of the team, and now they're both in the final. The dynamism it's unthinkable, but it is what it is. I think so far every team has really played very well, and we were actually expecting Egypt, being a host country, to have made to the final, but unfortunately that didn't happen for them. But I'm looking forward to tonight and see how it's going to play out. I think it's going to be a very tough one.
Senegal will be seeking their first AFCON title in many years, whereas Algeria will be seeking their second title. Gentlemen, a very big one. Predictions and your views. Who should we look at?
I think Tshepo, with both sides, you're obviously looking at the star players from both sides. Algeria have Mahrez and they've got Slimani, and on Senegal side you've got Sadio Mane, and I think all you need now is for the star players to show up for this game, and not have a situation where like Egypt had, where Salah wasn't playing right in some games, and on some games he was on form, and or you could see some of the form that he showed during the season for Liverpool. I think as long as the star players show up, we should have a good game. Even though both teams play collectively, they don't really pass the responsibility to one player, but you can always see who's the anchor and who is the driving force of each team. So I think if those players show up like they have in all the games leading up to the final, we should then have a good game. And with my predictions, I will give it, I always root for the underdog, even though I feel Senegal is much stronger. But I always root for the underdogs, and I'll root for Algeria to win it for the first time.
I better disagree with you. I think this is going to be a very challenging game for both teams, because they played each other at group stages, and I also think that Algeria wanted it really bad, as we've seen how they played with Nigeria. I think Senegal, they've been able to rise up from their shortfall when they started the game. I think Senegal will win it this time around, and it will be a 2-1.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The predictions are out. It's a big one, but the second edition of the AFCON tournament is finally coming to an end in Egypt tonight. The Desert Foxes of Algeria up against the Teranga Lions of Senegal. West Africa versus North Africa. It's a very huge one. Good luck to both teams. Anyway, if you want to keep in touch with us, you can catch us on our Facebook page, which is at Phakhaaathi, or follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is at Phakhaaathi. For now, enjoy the beautiful game.